Well,
Have there, just from your anecdotal, I guess, observations, has there been many take up in that space, do you think, from our whenua Māori owners and people who are working on the land?
yeah, there is, man. There's some real innovative land trusts in central North Island who are using something called Farm Beats, and that's an AI and IoT, Internet of Things solution, where we connect in to many different data points and use it for measuring the health of, or the hauora of soil, of water, of measurements of all aspects of those things. So that's actually been around for a while, but we're now able to take that to another level, and there are there's some really great land trusts happening, doing good stuff in that space too.
Wow. Your role, when you think about your role in the business you're in, is there a space for Mātauranga Māori in this space that these sort of technology companies occupy, and is it becoming more prevalent that information is important?
100%, Ihoa. I always say that tech is good for Māori, but Māori is good for tech, and it's because we can bring a lot of values to the discussion that aren't always considered. Just our perspectives around ownership, our perspectives around connectivity, how we truly connect through whakapapa into everything. These are things that I think the world is catching up to now, and some of those values can really help inform new ways of using technology. We saw the opportunity actually for 3 and a bit years ago, when there are very few Māori, but we could see that kotahitanga with other indigenous groups like Pacifica, like the Native Americans, like the indigenous Canadians, South Americans, some Hawaiians, and we came together to create Indigenous at Microsoft. So there's only about 40 of us when we first launched, and now we've got over 3,000 of us, and that's a real community, and that's our superpower, man, of how we collectivize, how we come together. If we can just harness that in the right way for tech to start bringing a different perspective and different worldviews into the space, amazing things can happen. I truly believe that.
Fantastic. I guess a question that I've had here is, to us as Māori, there's some taonga or precious possessions that are both tangible and non-tangible, and examples of tangible is our whenua, and the non-tangible is our connection to it. So there's those stories of Papa Tuanuku, our ancestor. So our connection to it is different, I suppose, as Indigenous people. Can, I guess, technology play a role in helping us guide us in this changing world, without, say, compromising our core values as Māori and our Mātauranga as well? Like, because sometimes you can have tech or those sorts of areas and go into a kaupapa and go, oh, have we done everything correctly in accordance with ourselves first? You know that kind of area? Does that?
Yeah, I think there's a real. If I look at regulations around AI, there's a real push to say we've got to put boxes around this and regulate it, and put a lot of Pākehā style frameworks around it, when I actually think a Māori worldview offers a new way of thinking for things like AI, for things like technology in general. This concept that we know about relationality, the concept of how we build relationships with another, and how we connect. We do a mihi to this land, we do a mihi to the sea, and we do a mihi to the maunga, and the concept that they're not human doesn't come into that kōrero at all. That is something that I think tech needs to think of as well. Tech, there's generally an othering of technology. It's like that's separate to us as humans, But actually, if we think of it from a Māori worldview, we're connected. From a whakapapa perspective, we are connected to it. So what if we started applying the same concepts around pepeha, the foregrounding of the aspects of, as an AI, where do you come from? Who are your creators? Where's your whakapapa from? And so bringing that kind of stuff forward, so that concerns around bias, concerns around, were Māori involved in the creation of this, all of that kind of stuff can be put to the front, and we know who we're dealing with, kind of thing. The other part is the concept that that relationship that we have to Māori, and we know Māori exists in everything, and technology has a Māori. It has, and we know this in terms of our data has Māori, our code has Māori, because the creation of it, it's imbued with the Māori of its creator, and that concept is a little bit foreign to those who are, have a straight Pākehā view of technology, and so Māori can offer that beautiful perspective that actually we can build a relationship that benefits both sides.
Kia ora.
Ngā mihi ki a koutou.